real stream on my Twitch channel. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of fast run on LotRO of the daily quest for the Harvest Festival. So if you're new to Lord of the Rings Online or haven't played the game before, basically there's a few festivals that they do throughout the year, and as part of these festivals you have this quest, which is a daily. So you have to do 10 of the Harvest Festival quests to finish the daily, and if you complete the daily a number of times, so 3 times here, you have this other quest which gives you Figment's Essence Scrap as well as Virtue Experience. And these things, I don't really use the Essence Reclamation Scrolls, but once you get a few scraps and combine them into a scroll, you can sell them on the auction house for a few hundred gold. So yeah, definitely worth doing the quests. They're pretty easy, so I normally try and finish them. Well, it normally takes me around 20 minutes, so it's just come on 7 o'clock now. We'll see how long it takes me to finish the 10 quests. Alright, so I accept that. So that's the starter quest. The first thing I'm going to do are these quests in the Haunted Burrow. So there's a lot of quests here. You can only do one at a time, but the only ones I bother with are the ones that come from the guy I just spoke to there. So all of the others you have to go through the entire burrow and do something in each room. This one you just have to get to one room for each quest. So this first one's Rattling in the attic. So I'm going to the attic of the Haunted Burrow, which is here. I need to use these chains, and this is going to make a hobbit pop out. He's trying to scare me, so I talk to him, whack him in the head, and then I'm done with that quest. So I'm going to run through here, back to the main cellar. So here's the bookshelf that I went through before, and I'm back at the door. So now I'm going to talk to that hobbit out the front and pick up the next quest. So finish that quest.
Hello there.
Next one, I'm actually going to do the Whaling quest
Might
first.
I speak with you a moment?
Just because of the way the exits between the wings work. The cobwebbed wing, you have to go through the creeping wing to get out, so it's actually faster to do the creeping wing first, so I should have gone in there. Alright, and it sounds like someone's just done the quest, so there might be a short delay to get the hobbit to reappear. Yeah, he's not coming in yet. There we go. Right, and to get out of here you want to go back near the front and then here to the basement. Got to quickly run through the basement. I'm just going to hit my sprint skill to run a bit faster. So yeah, you can probably tell this isn't a technically a speed run. I've done a lot of kind of inefficient movement and that kind of thing, but just a fast run to try and show people how to finish the dailies as quickly and as easily as possible, so without much effort. So that's the Whaling quest done, second quest of the daily.
Good day.
The other thing to mention is to make sure you
Might I
you
speak
take
with
the
you a
daily
moment?
before you start doing these quests. It's quite a few times that I've started questing without having the daily quest up yet, and you end up just wasting the quests that you've done, so yeah, don't do that. So we want to go now to the cobwebbed wing for the last quest. I've probably just run into one of these spiders. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that spider there is actually unavoidable because it sort of loads you in on top of it as soon as you go into the room. So the last quest is here. There's the hobbit. The other nice thing about this quest is you get to whack some hobbits, which tend to be some of the more annoying characters in the game. a lot of hobbits deserving of a hitting head. Yeah, and so this skill here is to get out of the burrow. It has a 30-minute cooldown, so you can only use it once, but because this cobweb wing is the hardest to get out of, you have to run through the creeping wing and the basement to get back to the front. So that's why I did the creeping wing quest first, just so I could use that port more effectively. So that's those 3 quests done.
Hello there.
So now going to go to Wistmead, which I think is a newer area of the Harvest Festival. Actually no, before we go to Wistmead, we'll do this quest here.
Stay and have some tea.
So this is a quest where you have to emote at some NPCs. So the first NPC is up there on the fence. The emote you use is pick, so you type /pick while you're selecting that NPC. If you're wondering why my character is doing this, he's riding a hobby horse. Because I have the journeyman riding trait, he rides the hobby horse at the same speed as a normal horse. So this second hobbit you want to shiver at. You can find out what the emotes that you have to perform are just by talking to the hobbits. They kind of have a hint on each. The third hobbit's here. My FPS is too low to click on him while I'm moving. So you type tantrum to that hobbit. And the last one is up here under this gazebo on the hill. Let's see if I can... I think I probably could have clicked on her a bit earlier back there, but I missed it. There she is. And her you want to burp at. So that's that quest done. I'm going to ride back to the party tree, and yeah, this time I'm going to go to Wistmead, as I said before, to do 3 or 4 quests there. So I think actually I haven't done the full daily yet this run, because I've been doing kind of half each day this festival, I mean. But I think I'm going to have to do one of the horse races to finish it. So now I'm going to Wistmead. So this is kind of a more spooky area. The other thing to mention with the dailies is if you haven't done this quest with Bingo Boffin yet, just getting a bit, you always lag a bit coming into Wistmead. Yeah, if you haven't done the quest with Bingo yet, then he actually has 2 quests and or 2 quest chains, and all the quests in the chain count towards the daily, so you can kind of clear off some of your daily while doing that. Okay, treats or trickery. I need to take this quest, but I'm not going to do that just yet. This guy has 2 quests, Gods and Goblins. Take that.
Stay and have some tea.
Spognoggin quest. Alright, so this quest makes you drunk and it messes with your graphics, so it's a bit hard to move around afterwards, but I'm going to do that while I'm standing here. Alright, and then basically you just have to pass a few things that slowly wear off this kind of drunkenness. Some of them you interact with, like this stein of coffee, and some of them you just have to run past, so like this raven here, and there's a shrew around here somewhere as well. Yeah, so I just cleared 3 of those things. 3 out of 6 of that quest. I'm going to take the Wayward Shadows quest, which is to collect black cats, and this guy's quest to scare hobbits. So this spider's another one of the things you have to interact with for that Eerie Fog quest. Stump shrew here, and I'm going to use the pie. Back on my horse. So to interact with the objects you get dismounted, but these other things like the hobbits and the black cats, I don't think any of them dismount you, so I can stay on my horse from now on. Up here you can see the ring icons, which show you where these hobbits and cats are. I'm just lagging a bit. Another hobbit there. So yeah, if you're doing the hobbit quest of the black cats, you tend to just kind of automatically run through things that trigger off this Eerie Fog quest. But as well as the the like the stuff I spoke about earlier, the stein and the pie, you can trigger one of the eerie fog things by running into the lake, which is in the corner of, so here it is. So yeah, that's that quest done, which is nice. Now my graphics are back to normal. Alright, so here I think we're almost done with hobbits as well. So if my screen's jumping around, then yeah, that's lag. It's on my end as well, it's just an issue with the server. So yeah, that quest is done. So now I still need the black cats. And so the Gourds and Goblin quest, you have these things around, they're like pumpkins, and you want to whack them with this club, which is the theory is that you're kind of replaying the fight between Golfumble the Goblin and Vanderbrustok, who famously invented golf when he hit the Goblin's head with his club into a rabbit hole. So yeah, those Gourds don't show up as enemies, like you can't, they might show up as interactable objects, I just don't really, I don't remember what the hotkey for that is. There's another one here. They tend to just spawn along the walls, so if you follow the paths around a little bit, you'll probably run into 6 of them pretty quickly. I've got one more to go. I might actually just go for the cats and I'll end up getting the gourd on my way back, because those ones that I just hit will respawn. So the cats are the only one of these quests that's competitive, so like if another player is doing the quest, if they pick up the cat, then it disappears for a while, and that's probably why it's been a bit harder than usual to find them this time around. Normally they're, like everywhere you find the hobbits for the earlier quest, you can normally find some cats as well. So yeah, it's worth mentioning while talking about competitive quests, there's not many of them in the Harvest Festival, at least these ones that I'm doing, but some of the other festivals have quite a few, so I try and do my festival dailies at a time when there's not so many people on, so it's normally like European morning, which is early evening here in Australia. So that's the Wayward Shadows quest done.
Day, isn't it?
Have to finish that. That's the Hobbit Scaring quest, and need to find one more gourd for that quest. Yeah, there's one over here. And yeah, you can't hit the gourds while mounted either, so it's going to dismount me. So that's all the Wistmead
Good day.
quests. I'm just going to double check my quest because I thought I should. Alright, so I didn't, I'm going to just quickly go back to the party tree because I didn't turn in that other quest with the emotes. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to have to do the horse race. Hopefully I get it on my first try, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a stall in the
How do you
speedrun.
do?
Right, so to get to the horse race, I'm going to use my port debris, and then I can get to the festival direct from there. So the horse race, there's actually 2 horse races, one at Mickledelving and one at the Bree Festival Grounds. This one's just a bit quicker to get to. So you want to go to this Festival Grounds horse. I'm going to jump on my horse again. If you really hate the horse races or some other any of the other quests that I've done. There are alternatives. These are just the ones that I find are the kind of least annoying to do. You can do them all pretty quickly and with minimal effort and without having to run all over the game world.
Will you give me a moment of your
Right,
time,
so here's the horse
friend?
racing quest. The main problem with this quest is that you lag a lot, or rubber band as we say in LotRO, so it means that there's like a delay between what's happening on your game client and what the server's receiving, and it starts kind of moving you around in places where you weren't expecting to be. And when you're trying to navigate stuff like those planks, it's pretty difficult if the game starts moving you suddenly. But I managed that one. So normally if you manage, so with these planks, if you fall out, you get a speed reduction, and if you don't fall, you get a speed boost. So if you manage to do one of them without the speed reduction, you can normally finish the race in time. So you see here there's a timer showing how much time I have to finish. So yeah, it looks like I've cleared that one. I can talk to her. And then the last quest is the Treats and Trickery, which I picked up earlier and mentioned that I'm going to do later. So for this quest, you have to go to people's houses and take sweets from the doorstep. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a port to a kinship member's house. So we have some neighborhood of keeps these house, so you can finish the quest. So for this quest you have to dress up in a Halloween costume, so you can get these costume bags from the NPC next to where you pick up this quest. So you see now I'm dressed up as an orc, and so I'm just going to run around. You can actually ride in this area as well. I'm going to ride around to the houses and get 6 of these treats while in costume. So there was one there. And this, there's a few deeds associated with this quest as well, for eating these sweets that I'm picking up. So you see, if I hover over, so I think I'm on the final one of the deeds. If I hover over this item, it shows you the number of each that I have to eat to finish the deed. So still got between kind of 7 and 10 of each sweet to go before I finish that. You can also you can take more than 6 sweets in one round. As long as you've got the costume on, you can keep taking them, but there's like a 3-minute timer on each, so I normally just do 1 per day. Though I'll take an extra one for this because I don't have it yet. So the time is different for each type of sweet. So you see there, honey bears, Mad Baggins Gold, Ent Bark. 3 minutes for each one. So yeah, so this quest NPC, there's a bunch of different copies of her, one at each of the housing areas and one at the main party tree, which is where I'm going to go now. And yeah, you see I've done the 10 quests, so now I just need to turn in the meta deed, and it's 7:18, so just under 20 minutes, about 19 minutes it's taken to do that daily. So here's the NPC where I first picked up the quest. So I finished that, and actually this was day 3 of the intermediate. Oh no, it was the advanced. So I think I'm done with that now. I don't have enough room because my inventory is full. So yeah, this is to get this deed done. You just want to eat these items. And yeah, if you're wondering what all this crap in my inventory is, I have a bunch of different armor sets for cosmetics that I just kind of carry around with me because my belt is also full. So I am constantly out of space in my inventory. So yeah, I've just finished the advanced quest, and yeah, that's it actually for so there's a beginner, intermediate and advanced for this quest, and I've done all of them now, so I'm actually done with the festival now on this character, though I might oh no, there's a final one as well. So I've got another 3 days worth of festival quests. But yeah, you see, it was between 18 and 19 minutes to get that daily done. So the other thing to mention, I'll just show you where to get the costumes from. So here's the NPC begonia grub that you just saw at the housing area. The costumes come from this one. You want these basic costume grab bags are the ones that that put you in this orc costume. And yeah, they cost 1 festival token, and I think you get 3 for finishing the quest, and then plus others for the festival daily. So it's a good investment to get some of these costume bags. The other thing to mention is obviously not everyone has this kinmate who has a whole neighborhood of the houses. So you can normally find out if... So I'm on the Landrevel, I think, is this server. If you're on a different server, you can find out either online or maybe on the world chat some areas, housing neighborhoods where you... where it's known that a lot of people have those doormats out, and then you can use a housing port. Yeah, the easiest thing would be if you have your kin or your personal house in the same neighborhood and can just go there. But there's also the social port that I used, which I think you can only use it to go to a kinship member's house, or maybe a friend as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can visit friends with it. So yeah, maybe if you find a kin member whose house is at least in the same area, so like someone with a house in the Bree houses, for example, if that's the neighborhood you want to go to, and then you can just port to their house and run out the front of the neighborhood and move to the correct one. So yeah, that's the Harvest Festival daily quest done in 19 minutes. Hope that was useful for you. Yeah, I'll be back another time for some more LotRO.